Natasha Marie Daly.
After I had graduated law school and I was preparing to become a licensed lawyer, there's 2 exams that I had to write in July of 2022 and pass them in order to be called to the bar in June of 2023. And it was in September of 2022 that I found out I failed them. I was hit with a flood of emotions, some regret, some anxiety, some shame, just sadness. So I had to begin restudying in order to write the rewrites. But then there was a lot of issues that I was dealing with just at home in terms of the transition, moving back home, living with my parents and my family from when I was all the way in Windsor, adjusting to working now full-time in my articling position. And I ended up having a mental breakdown. I was studying to rewrite the bar exams. If I don't pass the bar, I do not become a lawyer. And I just couldn't really handle the stress and the anxiety of it all. So ended up crying myself to sleep one night, waking up the next morning, crying again, and the breakdown just continued.
This year is going to be such a blessing for some of you. I say this lightly, but your mind will spin.
And it was January 15th, 2023, pastor preached a message, how to be successful successfully, or how to succeed successfully. And toward the end of that service, he asked all of the professionals, the doctors, lawyers, teachers, business owners, to come to the altar and to make a vow to God that as He allows us to increase, as He allows us to succeed, that we vow that we will continue to honor Him and serve Him, that we will be able to have that success successfully. And he invited us to sow a seed at the altar. And I had a $10 bill in my purse, and I decided that I was going to sow that $10 seed into the advancement of my career. At this time, again, I was studying to rewrite the bar exams. If I don't pass the bar, I do not become a lawyer. And I just trusted that God would allow me to pass the exams, and that when I did, I would continue to serve and honor Him faithfully with what He had given me in my career. I think it was the Wednesday or the Thursday following that Sunday, there was an individual who came up to me and suggested and said, hey, myself and these 2 other people are willing to come together to support you and to pay for a bar prep exam course for you. And it was over $1,000. And I did not have that $1,000 to pay for this course, but it was exactly what I knew I needed in order to help me digest the bar exam material well. And so God truly allowed me, within the span of 4 or 5 days, to reap more than 100-fold the $10 that I had sowed that Sunday. So when I was set to write both exams in March, I wrote the first exam and I felt fairly confident after I wrote the exam. But leading up to the second exam, that was the one that I struggled with the most in terms of the content. I was feeling very anxious. I was thinking about the people that had paid for this bar prep course for me. And I'm just like, what if I don't pass? Like, are they gonna feel like they wasted their money, or that I was a waste of their money? And all of these thoughts just began to spiral, and I ended up having a full-on panic attack while I was trying to study and review the material literally the night before the exam when I should have been sleeping. But thankfully I was able to call one of my friends who prayed for me and just encouraged me and reminded me that God is with me and that He was able to bring me through this too. And sitting here today, I can testify that God indeed has allowed me to pass both of those exams. I am officially a licensed lawyer in Ontario, to the glory of God. I feel fulfilled. I know that I'm walking in the will of God for my life. I'm tired sometimes because being a lawyer is a lot of work, but I'm doing it with the grace of God because that's truly what He's called me to do. And so The word of encouragement that I would give to anyone who is struggling with anxiety and you feel as though your goals were not met, or you feel as though you failed in certain areas of your life, I want to encourage you that God's timing is perfect. And when we serve the author of time, we can never be late. He met me when I was struggling with doubt concerning the exams, and I trust that he will meet you too. Open up that area to him and lean on his support. He is with you every step of the way, and continue to trust his timing. I'm not standing here today as a lawyer because of everything perfect and good that I did, but simply because of the grace and mercy of God.